Yo, yo, yo. It's F1 Manager time here at Imola for the Imola Grand Prix. It's ATA qualifying this weekend, which means the tyres are all over the place. We got a 1-2 in FP1, and George has a 97% setup, and Lewis has an 100% setup in FP2, and we finished 1-2 again, 3/10 clear of the nearest car, which is Max Verstappen. Driver preparation's quite high, and in FP3 we top it again. Lewis 1.6 seconds quicker than the nearest car, but all this pace just seems to vanish every time we go into qualifying. So I hope we can see this pace go into quali, as drivers are both in very high confidence. And yeah, into Q1 we go 5 minutes remaining. They both start their laps on warm, hard tyres, which is crucial because I was struggling to get these tyres up to temp all throughout practice. Which means now that we have got them up to temp in practice, it's going to massively help the lap time during the weekend. Anyway, but green in both sectors, it doesn't matter, we don't have to be purple. Preferably would be P3 and P4, getting in between that gap between Verstappen and Leclerc, because that is a big gap and I'd like to be there because that guarantees us through. But really, anything above Sonoda guarantees us through. As we slow down to 1 speed, George Russell across the line goes P3, nice, where I wanted him. Lewis P2, okay, even better.
Yeah, we're happy with that.
But as we progress through the session, I think that is going to be both our cars through. I'm not going to send them out again. If we're out, we're out. But I've not had a car knocked out before Q3 in this career mode, so I don't expect either of them to go out. As we continue throughout the thing, what do you call it, the session? Bloody hell, my commentary's terrible. 3rd and 5th. Alex, De Vries, Ricciardo, Bottas, and was that Norris out? Yeah, it was. Wow. Okay, lap in Q2 on the medium compounded tyres with 5 minutes to go. Trying to do the one and done technique again. It's green, green. Hopefully we can just be between the gap of Magnussen and Joe, because I think we'll be safe if we go in that gap. George green again, Lewis green again. I can't remember what the set time differences were, but as we come through the final corner, through the Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2 up to the flag, what's it going to be? George goes P4, and then Lewis takes P4. Nice, that'll be both of them through, and we are in to Q3 with both drivers for the what? Would this be 30th? No, 22 Grand Prix. Bahrain, Jeddah, Australia, Baku, Miami, Imola. This would be both cars into Q3 for the 23rd race. No, not 28th race in a row. As we're now on the soft tyres and it's go time. I'm going to do 2 runs in this session in the hope that we get a spare set for the race. But I doubt it. Anyway, although that's what I thought at the time. What's it going to be? Who's going to have the purple first sector? Look, George. 23.023. I believe that was. And this is where Lewis will get held. Oh wait, George has the toe. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought Lewis had the toe. No, George has the toe. That's fair enough. So George should beat Lewis by around 3-4 tenths in this lap. Coming through the final corner, Ravazza 2, up towards the flag. What's it going to be? George is obviously going to go faster than Lewis, but they've put half a second. Those are 2 very strong times, but unfortunately Lewis is down in 7th, and George is up in 3rd. The Ferraris look quick, which is bad for us because we've overtaken them and we're now 2nd in the constructors, so we don't want them to be good. But we're beating Red Bull, which is what we need. We need to beat Ferrari. It's better for Ferrari to beat us than Red Bull because we're closing in on Red Bull. But we need to keep beating Ferrari and keep Ferrari on our heels. But it is Imola. They will have an advantage. So will AlphaTauri here, as they've got Zhou Guanyu into Q3 for what might be the first time this season, as Lewis has just gone purple in the first sector. Will we have our first pole position of this career mode maybe in season 2 here at Imola? Imola is one of my favourite tracks to drive on F123. Coming through Aquaminerale through the chicane. Lewis is green, George is not improving, but that's because he would have had that mega slipstream, so I don't think George would have improved even with a slipstream, so this was the right way around to send them through the final corner, the final 2 corners, into Ravazza 1. Lewis takes a nice line, gets wide through Ravazza 2 to accelerate the car, using as much of the track as you can up to the line. What's it going to be? Lewis is pole by 11 thousandths of a second. What can Carlos do? Is he on a lap? Is he finishing? He better be on a lap. Leclerc and Carlos can't beat it, which means it's all on Perez. He can't do anything. He can improve, but he can't do anything. What can Magnussen do? He might be able to do something. Up to the line, Magnussen goes. He is P8. P8. And Verstappen, where's he gonna go? On speed just to quick up the session through the final without. So what's it gonna be for Max? Can he go on to pole? No, he can't. He goes 2 thousandths out of Carlos Sainz. About 13 thousandths off Leclerc, 24 thousandths off pole. Top 3 covered by a quarter of a tenth. Top 4 covered by a quarter of a tenth. And that is our first pole position of this career mode. Let's go into the race.
There's electricity in the air, but there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season. And the weather today is sunny. These are ideal conditions for the drivers to shine.
And seeing it all come together is sure to be a thrill. An exciting race ahead for us here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
What is the strategy? I think it's going to be at medium hard, to be honest, today, because for some reason we didn't get a set of softs for race day, so I've gone medium hard, both drivers.
The drivers are ready to take on the 63 laps of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Our attention shifts to Lewis Hamilton and what he can produce in this race.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. This is it, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And indeed it is lights out and away we go, but I'm just putting them on high overtake aggression, just because we need to keep this lead. And we want to put both Mercedes cars on the podium today to boost our championship chances against Red Bull. Lewis sweeps across the Ferrari and the Red Bull, defending his line into turn 1, showing real confidence as the car develops, just like in real life in the Spanish Grand Prix, getting a podium. But this is not the Spanish Grand Prix, this is F1 Manager. I'm going to try and calm down the pushing, but as I know, the AI are reckless on this game, and Ferraris are on hards, so we need to get them ASAP. As George goes down the inside of Leclerc, and he is up. Carlos is on medium, so a bit of a split strategy at Ferrari. George is up to P4, he's going to try and go around the outside of Carlos for P3, as Max has obviously got Carlos as well somewhere, but Carlos is just too quick down the straight line. George can't do anything anyway, he's on lap 4. Max goes round the outside of Lewis. George can't quite get... George does get Carlos. P2 and P3 for the Max, but George loses DRS. Hamilton gets back into the lead, and on lap 7, he's behind Carlos. And on lap 7 as well, Max has now overtaken Hamilton through the fast left-right chicane. And Lewis just can't find a way past. Down the inside, round the outside for turn 1. Lewis head on lap 11. Yellow flags, Sonoda's locked up. Max gone round the outside through turn 1, 2 and 4 and 5. sorry, 5 and 6 into 7. Max is ahead of Lewis. And then this race was very F1 Manager 22 with the swaps on the DRS rather. As Zhou Yu claims fastest lap on lap 15. And George Russell's currently in P4 as Lewis.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
No. Oh, that's such a shame. He's gone wide, he's down in P6. That's all chances we had of a win gone. Or even possibly a podium as Perez pits. And we're going to have to try and rescue Hamilton's confidence because it's currently on very low. Which, after one mistake, Hamilton's confidence would not be on very low. He'd be more eager to get back into the race and he'd be more desperate to get back into the race.
And track will be clear on exit.
We'll put him on rarely defend because I found that makes them a bit quicker. As George, currently P5 for the 3.1 second pit stop onto the hard tyres. He's going to try and defend the undercut from Max. Oh no, he's going to overcut Max, isn't he? Yeah, because he wasn't in front of Max, so he's overcut Max. Let's go. What a pit stop. As Lewis comes in for the hard tyres, just on lap 27. On go to hards. 3 second pit stop, 1/10 quicker than George's.
All clear on exit.
Lewis is going to have to push like an absolute stabbed rat to get back in this fight for the podium or a win. But unfortunately, this has let Ferrari kind of off the hook now. Because George is now 4 seconds behind him. As Verstappen's now getting past George.
Let's have a look then at turn 6. And wide they go, leaving.
Very, very interesting. Perez has gone wide. That's going to help Hamilton. As Gasly comes into the pits, so we're now 4th and 6th. Not a great result from today. If we get 4th and 6th, I'll be fuming. Livid. We need to beat Red Bull. Which currently they'd be outscoring us by 3. They'll be outscoring us by 5 points. Now we'd be outscoring them by a point, I think. As Charles comes into the pits. And he comes out just behind Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis is up to 5th. Lewis is pushing. He's been catching up to Perez quite a bit. As Charles is going to go, but it's crucial Lewis sticks to him. It's absolutely vital. Lewis does need to stick to him. As Lewis gets Perez on lap 43, 20 laps to go. His confidence is back up to medium, which is allowing him to push more, have more pace, have better feeling for this hard compounder tyre. He just can't find a way by yet. And on lap 45, round the outside he goes on the straight. And we're going to decide to top up, save battery, and eventually we'll try and push away. As we go up to neutral, as Hamilton overtakes Perez on the replay, and we fully get him. He's going to come round the outside on lap 52. Nothing made of it. We pushed as Leclerc got past Verstappen and Russell, and Russell was able to stay with Leclerc to the point where he's now 5 seconds in front of Max. And Lewis has now got Checo out of DRS. As Sainz wins, Leclerc P2 with fastest lap, maximum points for Ferrari, which is a real shame for our constructors battle. But George gets a podium from 5th. Not a bad drive from him today at all. Lewis had quite a bad drive, not great. His ERS is slightly worn as well, which isn't an excuse. He just locked up, made a silly mistake. It's P3 and P5, Max splitting us. We do outscore Red Bull, which is good, but we lose about 20 points to Ferrari, which isn't great at all.
Have to say, George Russell looked excellent out there.
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
We may see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
And that's a trio of podiums to their name this season. They're racking up the points too.
Well, Formula One certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those three feel right at home too. And as proceedings start to wind down here, what will Mercedes have made of this result, Karun?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And that's about it for our time here in Imola.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Not quite the ideal weekend. From pole to fifth, fifth to third. Ferrari outscore us by a lot. 25. Yeah, they outscore us by about 19 points. Yeah, so if Leclerc would have DNF'd, we would have equalled their points. Well, we wouldn't have, because we'd have outscored them, because we would have gone up a place, but yeah, that's unfortunate. 5 points gained on Red Bull though, but 19 lost. 19 lost to Ferrari. And Ferrari even get a 1-2 in the pit stop championship. We do not score anything in that. We're still last with 1 point to our name. 5 tenths off the fast pit stop. That's not as bad as what it has been. It's normally been about 8 tenths off. As we have the new chassis for Monaco, which I believe goes on Lewis's car. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for Monaco next time. Goodbye.